ESPN Baton Rouge.
What the hell's going on out here?
Now, here's Jimmy Ott and Charles Hannegriff.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
Is it live? Is it live?
11 a.m. by the village clock here in the capital city of Baton Rouge. Do you know where Lane Kiffin or Jimmy Sexton is? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Live at Lunch. Charles Hannegriff, Jimmy Ott, Max Gotro fighting through being a little under the weather. Jordan Kinch is back in the studio. He's 100%. Colucci's with us today. He's always 100%. Yeoman's with us today. He's usually close to 100%. He gonna be with us in the second hour today. Jimmy, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, last home game for LSU.
Yeah.
So you're coming by here to walk
Senior day.
Senior day, and the last chance to see a lot of these guys. It's a non-conference game, so LSU got a real good chance to win this thing. So if you're coming out, stop by Walkons before, during, or after the game.
Probably the best, the highest quality opponent for SEC teams this week, huh? Not the ones that are having that the squeezing in the rent-a-win before their rivalry game.
Yeah, they're definitely better than. This is an 8-2 team. Okay, so they're not bad by any stretch. LSU is still a 3-touchdown favorite, obviously, but yes, they are definitely better than Charlotte, who is one of the worst teams in D1, going to Georgia. If you want to get under the 1-9 49ers, you might try the 1-10 Samford Bulldogs.
As Herbie called him, Sam.
Sam's 1-10. That's not very good.
Mercer, Eastern Illinois.
No, Mercer's 9-1. Whatever league that they're playing in, they're winning in whatever league they're playing in.
You ever been to Macon?
I have never been to Macon.
Yeah, I played tennis there.
Yeah. Never been to Macon. Eastern Illinois is going to Alabama. They're 3-8. Coastal's not terrible. They're going to South Carolina. They're 6-4.
Last week, Kentucky had Tennessee Tech. So,
right. It's just
Tennessee had New Mexico State. So it's an easy target for a lot of SEC haters. Coastal's kind of turned their season around. Man, they were terrible early. I mean, they started out 2-3, have won 4 of their last 5, lost dropped their 4-game winning streak, 45-40 at Georgia Southern. So they started out, they were getting smashed, man. 38-0 against East Carolina, 47-7 they lost to Old Dominion. Old Dominion, they're not bad, huh? Ran Virginia Tech's coach out of town.
Yeah. Well, with South Carolina playing Coastal, they've won 1 game since the middle of September. And you got to wonder about the psychological effects of blowing a 30-3 lead against the number 3 team in the country.
Well, you saw the administration. Administration told Beamer to make cut a few coaches. So
yeah, which he did. And now that he is not, the Virginia Tech job has been filled. So any thoughts about him flirting with that job are out the window? And I guess if you're South Carolina, the big thing is, do you have a chance to get Lenore Sellers back there next year? And
I'm sure they have a chance.
I would say that the odds are greater that he will be somewhere else.
You think?
I do. I think he's going to go somewhere that it guarantees him enough weapons to. Look, I thought the kid was going to go pro. Okay, when LSU played South Carolina, I thought it was more likely he was going to go to the NFL. He's had such a they've had such a bad season. He's been forced to carry so much of the load that now I think it would behoove him to come back for another year, boost his draft stock into next year's draft.
Kind of predictable, man. Kind of predictable. I got that one right. Missed on Clemson and LSU, but although I had Clemson lower than most, but not close to where they are. But no, I thought it was just the media being a little bit They underrated him last year, so they overrated him this year. But he lost some weapons. He lost some linemen. They are not a program that just reloads on that defense. Those guys they lost, man, those are some really good players.
And
it's horrible. Have they beaten Clemson 2 in a row, 3 out of 4 maybe? They won last year. Remember, they intercepted, and I think they beat them at South Carolina the year before, huh?
They may have. I know that they were preseason 13 in the country, and they're 3-7.
Well, here's in-state little brother who's playing better and you got your big rivalry next week, and you coming off of being third. And look, Sellers was awesome in the first half. I mean, awesome.
Yeah.
That touchdown down the left sideline, man. He hit that guy in stride. It was, I mean, he was on fire. He was on fire, and just the opposite. You know, Marcel Reed, as bad as he was, that's how good he was in the second half. And Sellers, as good as he was in the first half, that's how bad he was in the second half.
They have beaten Clemson 2 of the last 3 years.
2 of the last 3.
2 of the last 3. So with all that, we also tell you that just in the last couple hours that the news.
Calci. Let me pull up the Calci.
You get your Calci, and I'm going to tell you what's going on over with the Board of Supervisors, who has called a meeting for tomorrow morning at 9:15. The itinerary after the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance is discussion of Brian Kelly. Board of Supervisors and the Judicial District Court, 19th Judicial Court, is the only item on the agenda other than the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation and the public comment. So they're going to talk about Brian Kelly's contract tomorrow. I have no idea what they're going to say, but it'll be interesting theater. I am not a legal expert, nor am I a financial expert, nor am I privy to any information that they may have in the negotiation down of this contract. What I do know is, if I had my druthers, and I'm sure there's a reason for this, but the new coach being in place before they go to 15 rounds with the old coach over the contract would have been my preferred order of business. They're paying Brian Kelly this month anyway. They're paying him next month anyway. One way or another, LSU's going to have a coach here in a week or so, maybe 2 at the most. This had to be done. This has to be done tomorrow. That's my only question. And maybe, like I said, maybe there's a legal reason or, whatever reason. But if it had been me, if there was a way to say, listen, we're going to deal with Brian Kelly's contract after the new coach and the new staff is seated. I said this last week. And this is just going to get people more riled up. Hey, they're trying not to pay that guy's contract. I'm not saying it hurts. It's a death knell or anything like that to any other coach, but it doesn't help. I don't know why this has to be done tomorrow. I'm sure that there's some reason for it. I would have preferred they put this off a month. I don't see where it costs them a whole lot of money. I'm sure there's some lawyer out there screaming at their radio going, "You idiot." Que sera. We know that they would like to get the contract down. We know that Kelly's people are amenable to taking a lump sum buyout, and I don't think that he's going to work again. So I don't know that the offset is going to be in play all that much. Just going to be how much money do they think they can take that will exceed $53 million if you take it now instead of over 6 years. That's basically what the negotiations were the first time, in my opinion. So we'll see.
All right, Florida first. Calci, Kiffin stock is at 55 cents. Jed Fish and Eli Drinkwitz, second choice, is at 20. LSU job, Kiffin 35. So Kiffin 35 at LSU, 55 at Florida. Drinkwitz second at LSU. He's passed up Brady. 19 on Drinkwitz, 15 on Brady. Summerall 13. So that's the order we would have as far as the top 2, as far as the likelihood. Maybe not necessarily our preference, but I would say that I would not totally flip them, but I would reverse the prices on those 2. I would have Kiffin a little higher at LSU than Florida.
What did you make yesterday of the story that that Summerall was going to interview with Florida, and then that the interview was canceled, and then that the interview was never scheduled in the first place? What do you make of that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just know that the guy that represents Kiffin also represents Summerall. So where?
With that being said, yeah. I mean, there's just there's a couple little indicators, unrelated pieces of information. They're just trending towards LSU.
Okay, and that's today. Yesterday, did we feel like maybe there were a couple of things that might have been trending towards Florida, or are we just imagining all this?
No, I think the silence is just almost the kind of the nothing was like, okay, maybe Florida is. I do think Layla, if she had her choice, would choose Gainesville.
She's obviously
And most would.
She's
I
lived.
mean,
She's lived there.
I
She
mean,
hasn't lived here.
Yes, yes. I mean, and an alum in a Florida football family.
I've lived
I mean,
here. I would pick living here over Gainesville because I've lived here. She's lived there. Okay. What got my attention was the fact that you want to light a fire under somebody's behind at Florida, so you plan a rumor about an interview. But why would that come out of Jimmy Sexton's office when the rumor I'm talking about, when that's your client and he's not as hot as Kiffin, but he's high up the list.
You just asked me yesterday, if I'm Jimmy Sexton, I'll put on a Jimmy Sexton hat and we're placing. And if he thinks Kiffin is the biggest, we have to see where that domino falls.
Yeah.
Of course, he is the least committed type of personality. So, and it's going to be messy however he leaves, should he leave Ole Miss. And if it's not this year, is he going to end his coaching career in Oxford? Who expects that?
That's
not likely.
No.
Okay. He's lasted longer than I think both of us thought originally in Ole Miss. And as odd of a fit as it was, it became a better fit because their level of appreciation allowed them to kind of tolerate some of the things that would aggravate some higher expectation programs. Fair?
Yes.
Okay. So, but once Sexton, is Sexton going to know first?
I believe that Jimmy Sexton knows more about the current
course.
coaching system than anybody.
Of course.
Than any administrator,
So-
than any certainly than any media person. Yes, I believe Sexton is controlling about 90% of this.
So, is he Jed Fish's agent? Is he Eli Drinkwitz's agent?
He is Eli Drinkwitz's agent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that Drinkwitz has all of a sudden gotten a little bump on the Kalshi meter, huh?
Or not
in Florida.
Or maybe it's all by design.
No. He's trying to secure a really good job for one of his clients.
For all
if
of
he
his
thinks that Kiffin is going. So yeah, if you want to connect those dots, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
The other thing, Charlie, that we know he's worked with Frank. We know he respects Frank. Nothing's 0 100%. But if Kiffin comes here, what's the chances he's going to hire Frank? 98?
101%. I'm being
No, nothing's 100. 98%.
Yes.
Yes,
as high as you can go with that.
Yeah, it's as strong as somebody would be likely to be.
Yeah.
And we don't want to say retained because everybody's fired.
Right.
Okay, hired is the appropriate term. He would. Who has a better chance of? Who is in place at Florida to retain, to maximize that roster for next year? This recruiting class and the roster for next year. Who is it? If he takes the Florida job, is he going to have as good of a roster as he would at LSU with Frank holding this thing together? No.
No, he wouldn't.
And so that is part of it. That is everything's part of it. Layla being an alum in the Florida, the son of an All-American quarterback, that's part of it too, And why did so you tore, no matter what you think of it, if he was foolish, if it was insulting to Ole Miss, and let's face it, even Lane, man, how could you make those trips? How can your family make those trips if you're staying? Because first time you lose again to a Kentucky, that has damaged the relationship a little bit if he planned on staying. We both think he's leaving. But why does she have to tour Gainesville?
I asked that question a couple of days ago. It's not like
it's not a movement of a move of appeasement.
I don't know.
Well, I'm asking you. To out of respect and say no, we are seriously considering. We want to do the tour. It's almost like she's an official visit, right?
Yeah.
Do you want? Okay, you're recruiting the 5-star, and you have a connection. Don't you want to? isn't that the least you're going to do?
My read on
Even the Mannings made a freaking official visit to LSU. It's a level of appeasement.
this was my read on why she went to Gainesville. It wasn't to, learn traffic shortcuts. It had to do mostly, this is my opinion only, with finding out where Knox was going to play football and where he was going to go to school, because he's a prospect. He's starting on the team that he's on in Oxford, and that would be the one thing that they would need to go look at here and there. Where is he going to be? Where's he going to settle?
Let's just say that Knox knows what the depth chart is at these prospective spots.
Yes, and so you wanted to go put your eyes on it. If Mama wanted to go put her eyes on it herself, maybe.
I think it's just to kind of out of respect and not damage. She's going to have a relationship no matter where Lane Kiffin coaches next with the University of Florida forever.
Yeah,
Okay, so she doesn't want to damage. She was out of respect. Okay, I'm the 5-star. Out of respect, just let us show you around. Let us give you the tour as well. Let us take you on your official visit. I think it's more of a courtesy visit.
Could be. Could be. Everything you know about coaching searches is a little bit different when Lane Kiffin is involved. It just is. I mean, because he leaves messier and arrives with more fanfare than most.
Charlie, since we just talked, he went from 35 to 37, 7 on Kalshi. You are impacting the Kalshi meter, Charlie.
I feel so powerful.
Charlie said, like it a week, like it a week, like it a week.
I feel.
Is that your 5-pack tomorrow?
It might be. Hey, real quick on Frank Wilson.
It's up to 40.
There is nothing to keep Lane Kiffin from hiring Frank Wilson somewhere else. I realize his impact may not be in Mississippi or Florida what it is in Louisiana, but Kiffin could hire him on those staffs too, couldn't he?
Oh, he could hire him in Gainesville, but he's
more impactful here.
He's
I get
got
it.
these guys. I mean, and you know what? Did you see him come around the corner and jump into the locker room?
I did.
Let me tell you something about Frank. Frank had a lot of shake, boy. He returned a lot of kicks and punts for touchdowns at St. Aug.
Yeah.
He had some shake. He had some wiggle. Yes, indeed. Before he tore his knee up in Nickel State.
Do you remember the night we were doing a night show and Corey Raymond walked into the restaurant?
Yeah.
And
Rouge.
He was wearing an orange and blue shirt,
yeah.
and it looked like the most.
It looked unnatural.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would feel the same way if I saw Frank in one of those shirts.
Yeah. Don't forget, this is the last chance. It's game day, the season finale, senior day, and senior night. Huh? How about a night game in Tiger Stadium? Yes, indeed. And make walk-ons a place. Of course, we've got the tent set up. We've got live music before the game over here. Weather should be outstanding, so come on over here. Make this your meeting place. It's always tricky to try and time where you're going to meet folks. So hunker down here. You might be a little early. They might be a little late, or vice versa. And you watch all the games. You get great food, great service. It'd be nice. Be nice to your servers. There's nothing worse than a rude-ass patron. Be nice and pleasant with your servers, especially when they're obviously busy on a game day. So, yes, indeed, the original, the best, Walk-Ons, just off of campus on Burbank.
Live at Walk-Ons, live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch. This hour of Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny is brought to you by Dana Brown at the law offices of O.C. Brown, 343-1111, and ocbrown.com. Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs, 925-8710. Supreme Rice, grown, milled, processed in Louisiana since 1936. United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. Tex Morris at Edward Jones Investments on Jefferson Highway, 928-8659. Total Maintenance, your one-stop shop for AC, electrical, generators, and plumbing. Service today, every day for Total Maintenance. And Coastal Capital Advisors. Markets evolve. We adapt.
Since the 1930s, Supreme Rice has delighted their customers for all of your favorite South Louisiana dishes. Whether you like the brown, long grain, medium grain, jasmine, or the new parboiled rice, Supreme Rice makes your favorite dishes even better. They even have a healthy low glycemic rice, a great option for diabetics and those who have high insulin resistance. Supreme Rice is proud to be part of the Climate Smart program, which promotes water conservation and reduces methane emissions so future generations of Louisiana farmers can enjoy the same benefits. For more information and great recipes, find them online at supremerice.com.
With all of the financial headlines, are you worried if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by your local Edward Jones advisor. Text Morris on Jefferson. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Louisiana, you've got a new home for coverage of LSU, the New Orleans Saints, and the Southeastern Conference. LouisianaSports.net. LouisianaSports.net. Feature stories, opinion columns, recruiting updates, in-game reports. And it's all free. No paywalls, no annoying pop-up ads, no recurring subscriptions. Just the content you crave. From the folks that bring you 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, it's LouisianaSports.net. The Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny Restaurant Club. Sammy's Grill on Highland Road. A hometown favorite for tailgating and watching LSU games since 1988. Snow Seafood and Steak for over 50 years on Airline, Highway, and Highway 74 in Gonzales. Dozy Place for hand-cut steaks on Government Street and Mid-City. Louis Cafe, a Baton Rouge landmark since 1941. Just outside the north gates of LSU. Fin Bomb, sushi, burrito, poke, ramen at Burbank and Lee.
The Pierre Part Store, and now the Thibodeau Store, your local experts in construction supplies. You know they can handle your contractor supplies for all jobs, big and small. The extensive selection of plumbing, electrical, and hardware supplies are endless, and they can even deliver it to your job site. If you need lumber, no problem. Available for pickup and delivery from Pierre Part. Top-notch tools and expert advice, it's local service. From the Thibodeau Store, 900 St. Patrick Highway in Thibodeau, and online at thibodeaustore.com.
Running a business can be difficult enough without the right relationship with your bank. With United Community Bank's local business bankers, you're not just a number, you're a partner. Contact Heath Meir, Nicole Glover, Hunter Creed, David Campbell, or David Henry to discuss how we can help your business today. United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. Locations from Baton Rouge to Golden Meadow. We've been serving the people of Southern Louisiana for over 60 years. United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Tigers, Saints, Southeastern Conference. All in one place. LouisianaSports.net. No paywalls, no article limits. It's just the coverage the Louisiana sports fans want. Bookmark it today. LouisianaSports.net. 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge. Lunch with Ott and Hanny from the original Walkons on Burbank on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Remember, the show is available on demand, 1045ESPN.com, LouisianaSports.net. And a new Hannycast film study is up on YouTube right now. Brought to you by Supreme Rice and SupremeRice.com, supporting our Louisiana farmers since the 1930s. Go to SupremeRice.com. I want to ask you a couple of questions about Kenny Dillingham, the coach at Arizona State.
Hot commodity.
Yeah, he is. And went to great lengths, I thought, to be very adamant that Tempe was home, that his parents lived there, that he went to school there, though he didn't play ball there. But
it's a great place to grow up, man. Great place to live.
Look,
it's highly desirable.
I have visited there. I could easily see myself living there at some point, but it was more than he had to do than just a complimentary, I'm just focused on us, I don't want to talk about other jobs, spiel that you're getting from, most of the coaches that do this stuff. Then in the last 2 days, a couple things have happened. Number one, he called on local businesses to support Arizona State football through NIL. Nothing unusual about a coach trying to get more money for his players these days. Publicly and during the season is, I would say, a little unusual. Wouldn't you, Jimmy? I mean,
well, he might be gauging Charlie and saying, if he can't, he tests the waters.
Yes.
Let's see what kind of. I'm going to call it myself, and I'm going to see, man, can I get some more player budget, because I know at these other places I will have it.
He asked for local restaurants, as an example, to name items on the menu after their players. It could be that he is floating this trial balloon to say, listen, I'm going to do this right now while there is still at least some speculation, despite what I've said, about me leaving. Let me see how much I can push the NIL meter here if I go public with this. So that was the first thing that caught my attention. The second thing was that Sam Levitt is rumored to be headed towards a transfer portal. So Kenny Dillingham talked about that yesterday, his 2 years of eligibility.
That'll help push him out the door.
Well,
and keep in mind, Charlie, look, after he graduated from Arizona State in 2012 and coached in the Phoenix area high schools for 7 years, he went to Memphis for 3 seasons. He was at Auburn, Bo Nix's freshman season, under Gus Malzahn. 2 seasons at Florida State. He has some time invested in the SEC geographical footprint.
He has a thick resume for somebody 35 years old.
Yes, indeed.
But he talked yesterday about Sam Levitt. Oh, yeah, he's doing great. On the road to recovery. We've had lots of conversations. Sam's my guy. I have a great relationship with Sam. Everything I've ever said about him was true. So now we get into it's a package deal. Sam Levitt going somewhere else with Kenny Dillingham? Is he going somewhere else without Kenny Dillingham? Are all these reports BS and he's going back to Arizona State?
He's been at Auburn for a year. Would Levitt a package deal? Well, yeah, maybe so. LSU, Florida, Auburn, the big boys, Penn State can do a lot worse than Kenny Dillingham. He might be on the cuff. He might be the hottest thing going.
Might be the next big thing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And he is the exact opposite attitude and perception-wise as to Brian Kelly was seen as, look, he's not working it very hard. He's at the end of the line. He's not hungry anymore. This guy is the exact opposite of that.
I would be just fine if LSU hired Kenny Dillingham.
Oh, I would be more than just fine if they brought him in.
Would you rather Kiffin or Dillingham? Kiffin's done it in the league, so he's kind of had a he's gauged a pulse. I think he's got a pretty good idea of what this job would be, though.
Kiffin is more of a sure thing to win. Okay, I can't imagine that he would come here and not win. Win a championship, I don't know, but I can't imagine that Lane Kiffin would come here and go 7-5.
Right.
Dillingham, it's a little bit more of a risk. He's been a head coach for a lot shorter period of time, but the potential is there. This guy is hungry.
He's picking up the damn phone and doing the sales himself.
Yes.
We both have a sales component of our show. It's the thing we love to do most about our job, right?
Flip it upside down. flip that back.
Okay. You think he enjoys it, but he knows no other way of roster building.
Right.
He's so damn young. He's the guy, and he's really good at it. And so, no, I'm going to find out for myself. If they could tell me no, I'm not waiting for somebody. Man, that's admirable to me for him to test the waters like that.
I've been listening to him over the last, just a couple things. You know who he reminds me of? You take this way. He reminds me a lot of what Will Wade sounded like when he got here. Like roughly the same age.
He's got a Will. He does have a little Will Wade feel to him.
Like, get out of my way. I'll do it myself.
Yes, indeed. Yes, and hungry.
Yes, very hungry.
Hungry. HONGRY, Charlie.
Got it.
Say it like you mean it, Charlie.
Hungry.
Don't forget our friends over at K&M Automotive on Segan Lane, 8445 Segan, just off of Perkins. See, it's the only place I take my vehicle. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Kenny, Jason Payne, and the great seven. I'm trying to call Jason Kenny now. I got Kenny Dillingham on my mind.
I got it.
Jason Dillingham. No, Jason Payne, man. He's the best. Look, Charlie, you're convinced? Man. You went over there. Wow. He's going to try and find you a much less expensive repair option than a replace option. He saved a lot of people money. Going to give you an honest deal. No horror stories coming out of K&M Automotive. They're on Segan Lane. It's the only place I take my vehicle. 8445 Segan Lane, just off of Perkins, across from Ambrosia Bakery.
Live at Walk-Ons. Live at Lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
This is Charles Hanniger for Coastal Capital Advisors. When it comes to retirement, no two situations are alike, so Coastal Capital Advisors will tailor a plan for your family's needs, no matter your age or your financial situation. The bottom line is Coastal Capital Advisors will work with you and build a lifetime relationship. I know, because they work for me. For more information, contact Philip Fontenot and his staff at 337-981-1376 or online at coastalcapitaladv.com. Advisory services provided by New Age Advisors, LLC, doing business as Coastal Capital Advisors as a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through New Age Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
Baton Rouge, get ready for a fiesta of flavor. Whether you're craving sizzling fajitas, cheesy enchiladas, or the best margaritas in town, Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill have you covered. Bring the family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. From fresh guacamole to mouth-watering tacos that hit just right, it's not just a dinner, it's a celebration. So why wait? Tonight, make it Las Palmas or make it Rio Cantina, two local favorites serving up authentic Mexican taste right here in Baton Rouge. Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill, where every night's a fiesta.
Have you been arrested or even issued a traffic ticket? Everyone makes mistakes. Hi, I'm Dana Brown from the law offices of O.C. Brown. If you find yourself in an unfortunate situation with the law, call us today and we can help you resolve your problem, whether it's just a traffic matter or something more serious. No criminal matter is too big or too small for us to aggressively and effectively represent you. Before making any decisions, call us at 225-343-1111 for your free consultation. You can also visit us at ocbrown.com. The law offices of O.C. Brown, your law firm for a lifetime.
When it comes to celebrating life, there's no better place than Ruffino's. With locations in Baton Rouge and Lafayette, Ruffino's is a steak, seafood, and Italian-inspired restaurant that focuses on the celebration of life, regardless of the occasion. Whether it's the food they serve or the service they provide, their goal is to ensure a remarkable experience for their guests that is always remembered. To view our menu, visit ruffinosrestaurant.com. Ruffino's, where Louisiana comes to celebrate life.
Now, everybody's been to Louis Cafe by campus. Heck, it's been around since over 80 years now. We're still doing delicious omelets like the Mitchell, cheesy grits, Big Cheesy Lou, and those Louis Original Cajun hash browns. We now offer a pickup window. Just call in your order at 346-8221. Give us 15 or 20 minutes, and we'll have it ready for you. Our hours are now 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., 7 days a week. So next time you visit campus, make it a point to stop by and visit an old friend. Louis Cafe, just outside the north gates of LSU.
This is Charles Hanniger for Total Maintenance. For AC and heating, generators, electricity, plumbing, and more, Total Maintenance is your one-stop sales and service shop for all these needs. One of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies. Since 1980, their slogan has been service today, every day, so no one ever has to go to sleep hot. An authorized dealer for Carrier, American Standard, Daikin, and Rheem AC units, for Generac and Cummings generators as well. And now, for all of your electrical and plumbing needs, in Baton Rouge, call 480-1000. In New Orleans, 841-3300. Service today, every day. Total Maintenance.
Workbox can handle all of your movable storage needs, commercial and residential. Our shipping containers come in various sizes, 8x8, 8x10, 8x20, or even 8x40 feet. Not just one size. These units can be customized for any use. Custom lunchrooms, offices, work sites for plumbers or welders, dual purpose, part office, part storage, climate control, shelving, lighting, using different materials, whatever you need. Give my buddy Martin Padiella and Workbox a call at 343-4886, 343-4886, and workboxllc.com.
Get the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge mobile app powered by Bayou Ford and tap the microphone icon to send us your thoughts in an audio message. Your message could be played on air. Find our app in the Apple or Google Play Store. For direct links, visit 1045ESPN.com. Tigers, Saints, Southeastern Conference, all in one place. LouisianaSports.net. No paywalls, no article limits. It's just the coverage the Louisiana sports fans want. Bookmark it today. LouisianaSports.net. It's time. It's now Colucci time. Dwayne Colucci is back to give his best picks on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Oh, and how about Colucci time last week, huh? 2 picks in the NHL. Tough one, Charlie. It was sweat, 7-zip.
Going by touchdown.
Yeah. Yes, touchdown. Just one score, right? 7-zip in hockey, and then plus 160 hits as well. How about Colucci time?
Can we send him a fruit basket?
No, is Colucci hungry?
Come on, bring him.
What's up, Hungry Jack?
Some beignets I'll take. How about that? Especially in your neck of the woods.
Oh, yes.
Let's call to the post, guys. Today's opening day at the fairground.
There you go.
We thought there wasn't going to be racing. Jimmy, we didn't think there was going to be racing, and now You got Jose Ortiz. You got Paco Lopez. You got Mitch Sherwood. You got monsters down there.
Yeah, they did. I think the last thing we said they're going to get through this year and going to buy them some to kick the can, basically, and figure out. I think that's right, huh, Kaluch? Correct me if I'm wrong. You were all over this when we were talking about this months ago.
Yeah, it sounds good. I mean, definitely working to keep this historic meet going is, forward progress under any circumstances. So glad they ironed it out, and hopefully we'll continue the Fairgrounds tradition. And, next week you got Thanksgiving Day racing, which is unheard of now, Churchill and Fairgrounds. So it's going to be exciting.
Okay, well, we're off for Thanksgiving next week. This is the annual time when we talk about what is on the Thanksgiving table at the Colucci house. Casa Colucci. Huh? Come on. Tell me the spread.
Got some red gravy, I can tell.
Yeah, a little bit. Come on. What's it look like, Colucci?
Yeah. A little bit of red lead, right, Charlie?
Yeah.
Definitely we'll have the sauce, gravy because of the meat in it. So, yeah, we'll definitely have some meatballs, some sordich, some nice pasta, maybe some meat this year. And naturally, we'll have some meat. I think we're going to do the pork, maybe porchetta this year. So it's going to be a nice family tradition. And I got the Canadian game then. I'll be going to the Fortress the next day, right in the afternoon. So, it's going to be a great, great weekend. And got to work a little Thursday, but I'll have the feed bag on as soon as I get out of the Rampart here.
How has the Thanksgiving handle done over the years with the NFL adding, a game? Instead of it used to just be the two in Detroit and Dallas. And again, and Detroit was so bad for so long, but you've been doing this for so long. The handle picked up over the years?
Yeah, definitely, because you spread the game out. All people here in Las Vegas eat at different times. A lot of people come to the casino. We got so many fabulous food options and specials. And we have even more, food outlets now with the opening of Ipazzi and a couple of others. So you do have people commuting here at all times of the day and night. So it increases handle naturally. The NFL has done a great job promoting themselves, and they continue to do so. It's just amazing how they expand and expand and expand. And, from a bookmaker's point of view, I'm an East Coaster, so I'm all about family tradition and celebration. But it cuts into that. I mean, you got games Christmas Day, the day after Christmas, Thanksgiving Day, day after Thanksgiving. It's just it continues on and on. There's a period that we go when college starts playing on Tuesdays where you have football 7 days a week for, 3 months straight. So that definitely increases handle. NFL has been the king this year by far. I mean, our handle in the NFL has far exceeded the college football menu. And I think it's because of the competition level of the college football. It's very hard to handicap this year. You don't have that, monster 5 to 10 teams that just continue to cover like a machine every week. You have a lot of teams beating each other. And I think that is to do with the restructuring of the conferences and all that. But the NFL is king, and we will have a steady flow all day. And like I said, you do have the 2 horse tracks that complement the NFL football, so it's going to be really exciting. And we'll have a packed book next Thursday.
I saw you photobombing in the background with your Canadians jersey behind Jerry Jones Monday. I saw you, rubbing elbows with little Jerry, huh?
Yeah. Well, you finally get a victory, and, George and CD were trying to put a little kink in that because they had to go out and party and try to get the Vegas flu. But those guys, too talented, and I don't believe that the Raiders are strong enough on the defensive end to stop anybody. Geno Smith with that Gordon contract. I mean, there was some instances where he's pulling up, he's sliding when he should be trying to take it to the end zone. You got to question the heart and the motivation, and that comes from the coaching staff and the surrounding coaches. So, don't be surprised if there isn't a coaching change in the offseason. Pete Carroll's getting a little older now. Definitely he's a rah-rah guy. He's a player's coach, but that doesn't always mean you're going to win.
All right, before we get to hockey picks, again, a great night last week on Thursday. Let's get to your top NFL pick for Sunday. Not tonight, but Sunday on.
Yeah, Sunday it looks like a very, very good slate. And, we're getting to the Las Vegas Raiders here, and unbelievable that they're laying 4 to the Cleveland Browns. Very undervalued on Shedeur Sanders, it looks like, as he's going to get his first NFL start. And, he looks like a deer in headlights as well out there. But let me tell you something. This is now, this week, this is a must-win for the Kansas City Chiefs, guys. Chiefs don't win this week, they're eliminated, in my opinion. So, even though we got about 8 weeks to go, Chiefs need to win. We said that about them last week, but this week they definitely, at home, laying 3.5, have to solidify a possible playoff position or at least get into the wild card hunt. And you're playing a monstrous Indianapolis Colts team that has played over their heads the whole season. You have to stop Jonathan Taylor. That's the whole key. I think a lot of teams have figured out how to stop Danny Dimes, but it's all about Taylor. I think the Chiefs could do it. And, it's 3.5 now. I'm seeing some properties in town to 3 and 120. So I would suggest, I hate laying the extra big, but I would lay the 3 and 120 as opposed to the 3 and a hook that a lot of these properties around town have. So I'm looking at the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, to get the job done. We'll see how it pans out at home at the 10 a.m. Las Vegas.
That is exactly what Randy McKay told us yesterday. But, yes, a desperate spot. Keep in mind, they're the game behind Jacksonville for the wild card, but Jacksonville won that Monday night game, so they got to gain 2 games on Jacksonville the rest of the way. So, no, and Jacksonville has a much lighter schedule than the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City -3, -120 right now, available at our local shop here, the DraftKings outlet over at the Queen. All right, 3 NHL picks. Let's first start out down in Florida. Florida is -155 against the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, definitely. This is a tough one. 155 around town. Also, we're seeing 145 at the Rampart South Point. So that's where the deal is. Come down and bet it with me or bet it with Chris. We got Jake Allen in between the pipes for the Devils. He's been very solid. Sergei Bobrovsky for the Panthers that are starting to play better. Keep in mind, Jack Hughes is not going to play in this game. He's on the shelf once again. Best player by far on that New Jersey Devil roster. They've lost their last game. I think Florida wants to keep that momentum going as they've won their last game. Let's go with Florida tonight, 10-8 against 13-5-1. I think Florida gets the job done at home. Definitely going to lay that 145 at the Rampart South Point, or if you can shop around.
There you go. So got to get better price. So Charlie, with the flight tracker, shows the MMR plane is going to Vegas. They're just shopping a cheaper line.
Okay.
They're not going to Colucci to offer him the LSU job.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Okay. Colucci, is your dad coming to tour
He
Baton
turned down
Rouge?
$13 million. Yeah, it's not enough. It's insulting.
Definitely. We'll bring Dad down, and hopefully you won't get that draw once he gets there like Mr. Kelly did. That mysterious change-up voice. You kind of knew that something was up. I told you guys that press conference.
Well, Lane, you going to send your family down here to tour the Baton?
We'll be down with Mr. Jimmy Ott, definitely having a good time.
St. Louis Blues at the Philadelphia Flyers. They dropped the puck at 6:10 Central Time. Flyers -125, Blues around +105.
Yeah, they played last week, and, the Blues were on the short end of the stick. But now you have the Flyers coming off the road trip, 2-game road trip. I think that this is a good spot for St. Louis. 2 bad teams, in my opinion. I mean, the Flyers are obviously playing better than the Blues, and the Blues have to start elevating their level, especially on the defensive side. You're getting Joel Hoffa tonight in between the pipes for the Blues against Dan Vladar. Vladar's been solid. Hoffa, Jordan Binnington hasn't been getting the job done, so let's keep an eye on this game. I think the Blues are the right side, and notice how the total is only 5.5, and yet these teams scored 11 goals last week, guys. So this is going to be a much tighter checking game in Philadelphia. I think the Blues will come out on top. Let's take a little plus in this game. I think they have an excellent chance, especially with the Flyers coming off the road trip.
All right, and the Rangers traveling to Denver to take on the Colorado Avalanche. Avs, big favorite here, -205. You lay the puck line +120.
Yeah, 13-1. I mean, how do you stop this Colorado Avalanche team? And the Rangers came back down to earth on the road as the Vegas Golden Knights took it to them. They even got 2 lucky goals, in my opinion. The Rangers got totally outplayed by the Vegas Golden Knights, and Colorado is a far superior team right now in the regular season as opposed to the Vegas Golden Knights. So, I don't see any reason why not to get that empty netter and lay the puck line, like you said. Mr. Odd. And 2-1 here at the Rampart in South Point. Seeing a lot of 210s. It's starting to get up there. The Rangers are going to come back down to earth. You can't just win all your games on the road. I mean, they're like 8-1 on the road, but this is Colorado. This is the best team in the NHL. You know, so many different assets and so many different people that can put the puck into the net. Even without Valerie Nichushkin, who, you know, is banged up now, they're still showing McKinnon and the boys are just monstrous, and they continue to move on like a machine. Let's go with Colorado. They're going to do it.
All right. So, again, we are looking at the Kalshi thing. And so, Kiffin, Charlie, 35, 40%. Drinkowitz, 19. Brady, 50. Colucci, 11.
11?
Yeah, he's moving up.
Okay.
After this appearance, you know.
Max put some money on him?
Max did, yes.
Kalshi. Couple more hockey picks, and we'll be right there. We'll be about 3 to 5.
Anything? So the fairgrounds opening day is today. You said, or when is it?
Today.
It is today.
Yeah.
Okay. Used to start on Thanksgiving. Used to be opening day, but it's been a week for a few years now.
Joe Dumars is running.
He is.
Gail Benson's got a horse named Joe Dumars. I'm not making this up.
Unbelievable.
She named the horse Joe Dumars.
Got to get something out of him somewhere.
I know if she names the horse Mickey Loomis, I ain't betting on him. Promise you that.
Second race today. Fox 210.
Mickey Loomis has been retired to Jackson Square. Okay, you know, pulling the people on the tour through the French Quarter. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Unbelievable.
Kaluch, scratch straight through Dumars. Don't put your money on Dumars. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe the horse is good. Tell you what, Derek Queen had a game last night. Whew.
All right.
Starting to look good.
Follow Dwayne on Twitter at NYBookie. Dwayne, look, have a great Thanksgiving, my man. Tell your family we said hello here from the Deep South. Enjoy all that turkey and red gravy.
Definitely. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody at Baton Rouge. Love you guys.
Thanks,
you and your
Kaluch.
family, Jimmy and Charlie as well.
All right.
Kaluch.
Thank you, Kaluch. You are the man. Don't forget our friends over at Relief Windows. If your homeowners association requires wood windows like mine, there's one call you need to make, and that is Relief Windows. Call our friends at Relief Windows. Again, 288-8138 for top quality windows, doors, siding, and shutters. But the windows, again, the wooden windows are outstanding. So they're built to last. They're R-Last wood, using the R-Last wood. The gelled wood frame windows come with a 20-year general warranty and a lifetime limited warranty against rot and termites. They look good, they're functional, and they last. So I had to replace my wooden windows, one after about 10 years, one after about 12 years. Not going to happen with the Relief Windows, the R-Last gel windows from Relief Windows. Check out all of their inventory online at reliefwindows.com. You can check out all of our windows, doors, siding, and shutters, or give us a call and schedule a free quote. We'll come out and evaluate your situation, have the computer, do up a rendering, kind of fine-tune it, adjust it to your liking right on site. And you're ready to go. We'll schedule for it to be to the manufacturer, get it in. We'll schedule appointment time, come in on time, and a very professional to clean up after they're gone. Just really, really a seamless process over at Relief Windows. My man Brandon Holly and the great staff at Relief Windows. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Relief Windows at reliefwindows.com.
Live at Walk-Ons, live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
Go Automotive has a great selection of new cars: Chevy, GMC, Hummer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. You rather a pre-owned vehicle? Using our resources, we'll help find you any vehicle that you're looking for. Our service department offers VIP service. You never have to come to the dealership. We'll pick up the vehicle at your home or office, drop off a loaner, service the vehicle, and return it when it's done. Mention my name, Jimmy Ott, for VIP pricing. The Chevy Tahoe I drive came from Go Automotive. That's Go Automotive in LaPlace and Plaquemine.
This is Buzzy Hydell for the Morris Insurance Group. Outdoorsmen in the state might be having a tough time right now finding policies to fit on the properties they love. If you've got a hunting camp, a boat, or an RV that has been difficult to insure, we want you to look again. For owners or renters, the Morris Insurance Group can help you all the way to the duck camp or the fishing boat. We also have policies on coastal properties, including flood insurance to let owners protect themselves in the event of damage. For your camps, boats and trailers, four-wheelers, ATVs, and tractors, get a quote today at morris-ig.com or call 225-201-0007.
By now, you know that we do our show every other Tuesday at the Crowntown Room at Doe's Eat Place. The Crowntown Room is ideal for larger groups, or if you just want to watch the game on one of our 3 large TVs. The tamales are the most popular appetizer, but don't forget the seared tuna with the sriracha glaze for the perfect blend of sweet and spicy. You can't go wrong also with the flash fried oysters or the shrimp. The porterhouse is the perfect steak to share. Strip on one side, filet on the other, prepared at different temps if you like, bone in to maximize flavor. Doe's Eat Place on Government Street, just off Acadian in the heart of Mid-City.
At Town Square Pizza, we take pride in serving Baton Rouge with fresh, delicious, piping hot, personalized pizza with unmatched speed. Whether you're a downtown worker, a family looking for convenience and value, or an out-of-towner staying at one of the nearby hotels, Town Square Pizza is the spot for you. Try a specialty pizza like the Spanish Town Supreme or custom build your own. Family packs, kids' meals, and salads are available as well. It's hip to be square at Town Square Pizza, downtown facing. What else? Town Square.
The Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny Restaurant Club. Sammy's Grill on Highland Road. A hometown favorite for tailgating and watching LSU games since 1988. Snow Seafood and Steak for over 50 years on Airline, Highway, and Highway 74 in Gonzales. Doe's Eat Place for hand-cut steaks on Government Street and Mid-City. Louis Cafe, a Baton Rouge landmark since 1941. Just outside the north gates of LSU. Finbom, sushi, burrito, poke, ramen at Burbank and Lee.
Hey Tigers, this is Colin Jeter, former LSU tight end and Director of Development at the LSU Alumni Association. Ready to put your business in front of LSU alumni and fans? Our new LSU Alumni Business Membership will connect you with a powerful network to showcase your business to Tiger Nation. Whether you're running a local startup or a national brand, the LSU Alumni Association is here to help your business roar. Join today at lsualumni.org/business network and show the world what it means to be a Tiger. lsualumni.org/business network.
At Town Square Pizza, we take pride in serving Baton Rouge with fresh, delicious, piping hot, personalized pizza with unmatched speed. Whether you're a downtown worker, a family looking for convenience and value, or an out-of-towner staying at one of the nearby hotels, Town Square Pizza is the spot for you. Try a specialty pizza like the Spanish Town Supreme or custom build your own. Family packs, kids' meals, and salads are available as well. It's hip to be square at Town Square Pizza, downtown facing. What else? Town Square.
Louisiana, you've got a new home for coverage of LSU, the New Orleans Saints, and the Southeastern Conference. LouisianaSports.net. LouisianaSports.net. Feature stories, opinion columns, recruiting updates, in-game reports. And it's all free. No paywalls, no annoying pop-up ads, no recurring subscriptions. Just the content you crave. From the folks that bring you 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, it's LouisianaSports.net. Lunch with Ott and Hanny from the original Walkons on Burbank on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Jimmy, I want you to check me on something, and I want you to make sure that I don't make a mistake that I made earlier in my, not necessarily a mistake, but just something I might have wanted to rethink. You know, I was never big on Mark Ingram when he was with the Saints, despite the success that he had. He came out of the gate because of the price.
The price was too steep.
Yeah,
and really good player though.
He was he started off slow, but he became a fantastic,
really good player.
Yes, he was. I want to make sure I don't want to make the same mistake with Derek Queen, okay? Because it will remain a bad trade no matter what he does, simply because every general manager that has ever been talked to agrees that there should have been some pick protection in that, and that the price was way too high. And it's going to be painful next year with the NBA draft when Indiana picks as high as they do and the Hawks pick as high as they do, because Joe Dumars made some really bad value assessments of these draft picks. But
we're gonna feel it when the Hawks get that pick.
Yes, and Indiana too. Okay, so both of those trades, but the Queen part is the Hawks part. Last year he had 30 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. After the game, Joker was talking about, listen, don't compare him to me. He's got his own game. He's a good enough player to have his own game. Over the last 5 games, he's averaging about 17 points and 8.5 rebounds a game. And I watched a little bit of the game last night. He's starting to, for a rookie, a month into his rookie season, he looks really good. And
how many years was he? 2 years at Maryland?
I think just one. You can look it up, but I think it was just one. I want to make sure I don't want to take it out on that kid because the trade wasn't right. Okay,
right.
It doesn't matter to him. Okay, like it wasn't Ron Powless's fault that somebody said that Bino Cook said he was going to win 2 Heismans. He just went out and played. It wasn't Mark Ingram's fault that the Saints made the trade for him, and it's not Derek Queen's fault that the Pelicans gave up too much.
Arch Manning.
Yeah, right. It's not his fault. I'd love to see you taking up for the Mannings again.
1 year at Maryland.
Yeah, he looks like a guy that is going to be a really, really upper player. If he can do this a month into his rookie season, there's a lot of optimism about what he can become. So.
All right, Joey D is in the 9th. He is he's the 7 horse and the 9th race at the fairgrounds today. 10-1 morning line odds. Half brother to much more than ready.
Okay, got it. Joey D. On Joe Dumars today at the fairgrounds.
Hour number 2. Get something out of Dumars.
Hour number 2 straight ahead here at Walkons 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
1950, Phil's Oyster Bar started on Government Street. Then Gus Piazza took over in the 70s, and now his son Anthony has taken it to another level at the current location in South Dallas. It's always been a Baton Rouge landmark. Seafood, oysters, po' boys, burgers, and more, all served up in an atmosphere full of sports nostalgia and tons of TVs to catch all the games. Seafood gumbo, crawfish cheesecake, or my favorite, the meatball quesadilla to start. Check out dinner and bar specials at philsoysterbar.com. You know we bleed purple and gold at Phil's Oyster Bar in the South Down Shopping Center.
We're here to examine things that get better with age, like this bottle of Chateau Lafite Rothschild, vintage 1877. Age can make things more valuable, like this Picasso from his blue period, 1904. And treasured, like this Roto-Rooter jingle, 1954.
Roto-Rooter jingle?
Just listen to it.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And the wind go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
A timeless melody.
Roto-Rooter?
The lithe arrangement.
But it's a clog-busting company.
Wrong there. Roto-Rooter has grown into more than a clog-busting company. They're North America's largest full-service plumber and drain cleaner. And when you need Roto-Rooter, remembering this jingle can be priceless.
Roto-Rooter.
For all of your plumbing and drainage solutions, call Roto-Rooter in Baton Rouge at 925-8710. That's 925-8710.
Workbox can handle all of your movable storage needs, commercial and residential. Our shipping containers come in various sizes, 8x8, 8x10, 8x20, or even 8x40 feet. Not just one size. These units can be customized for any use. Custom lunchrooms, offices, work sites for plumbers or welders, dual purpose, part office, part storage, climate control, shelving, lighting, using different materials, whatever you need. Give my buddy Martin Padial at Workbox a call at 343-4886, 343-4886, and workboxllc.com.
This is Charles Hanniger for Coastal Capital Advisors. When it comes to retirement, no 2 situations are alike. So Coastal Capital Advisors will tailor a plan for your family's needs, no matter your age or your financial situation. The bottom line is Coastal Capital Advisors will work with you and build a lifetime relationship. I know, because they work for me. For more information, contact Philip Fontenot and his staff at 337-981-1376 or online at coastalcapitaladv.com. Advisory services provided by New Age Advisors, LLC, doing business as Coastal Capital Advisors as a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through New Age Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
Running a business can be difficult enough without the right relationship with your bank. With United Community Bank's local business bankers, you're not just a number, you're a partner. Contact Heath Meir, Nicole Glover, Hunter Creed, David Campbell, or David Henry to discuss how we can help your business today. United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. Locations from Baton Rouge to Golden Meadow. We've been serving the people of Southern Louisiana for over 60 years. United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Rouses wants to help you cover the spread this football season. We're talking the ultimate tailgate spread. Party trays, dips, fried chicken, and anything you want to throw on a grill. Plus, plenty of ice-cold drinks to wash it all down.
Sounds delicious.
All you have to do is register now at 1045ESPN.com for your chance to win. Gather your crew and let the team at Rouses handle the rest. Make every game day a winning day with Rouses Markets, your tailgating headquarters.
Since the 1930s, Supreme Rice has delighted their customers for all of your favorite South Louisiana dishes. Whether you like the brown, long grain, medium grain, jasmine, or the new parboiled rice, Supreme Rice makes your favorite dishes even better. They even have a healthy low glycemic rice, a great option for diabetics and those who have high insulin resistance. Supreme Rice is proud to be part of the Climate Smart program, which promotes water conservation and reduces methane emissions so future generations of Louisiana farmers can enjoy the same benefits. For more information and great recipes, find them online at supremerice.com.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge. Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny from the original Walk-Ons on Burbank on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
And return here at Walk-Ons. You coming by before, during, or after the final game of the season at Tiger Stadium?
This is the place, man. This is the place. So we've got always clear out the the parking lot. Weather is supposed to cooperate, and it's set up to watch games, get you something good to eat, great service, get you something to drink, and your meeting place. The grass lot, you get here early enough, first come, first serve, is free parking right here next to Walk-On. So it is just a great place and an extremely convenient place to meet. And this is, when Brandon and Jack first identified this piece of property, I mean, this is what they had in mind on game days. So the position of it, and when you go to the different Walk-Ons, like the one in Clemson was exactly the same distance to their stadium.
0.9 miles.
The same distance to the stadium. So, and a lot of them at different college campuses are. So, later, man, look, a lot of seniors. Nussmeier leads the charge. So, and where senior day can be a little bit of a hodgepodge, where the guys have been to 2, 3, some even 4 different schools in their years of eligibility, but not Nussmeier. And so, I mean, it's a little loyalty there is a good thing, man. And especially in this era, it's just rare. It's just rare. And a guy of his talent, because certainly he could have, a lot of teams would have been looking to take him and make them part of his team. So no matter what has happened with this season, what the injuries, the lack of play, whatever, this is it's such a you bring your family in, it's part of your family, and it's just kind of a something, the pictures to the coach greeting you, it's just a little, it's sentimental, and it's something that the players always remember. And I think Gordy's right when he talks about it can be distracting, because it is. Your families are way more involved, way more part of your schedule, preparing on game day and the day before than what they normally are.
Emotional. And
yes, yeah, there you go.
And not just the loyalty in this time, Jim, but at that position, especially quarterback.
Yeah.
We know
didn't work out like we thought. We were as wrong as anybody.
Everybody wanted it to work,
but that does nothing to the reception. And look, it's got a little ugly there in the A&M game and stuff like that. The fired Brian Kelly and stuff like that. And even though they're being paid now, I just think this is. I feel pretty strong. He'll get a really nice reception when they announce his name.
And he's not likely to play in this game.
No.
But I've never been madder as an LSU fan at the fan base than when they booed Tommy Hodson.
They booed Tommy Hodson?
At the end of that season, the season went off the rails a little bit. Not for senior day, just in the.
Oh, they were booing.
And I was like, that one pissed me off bad.
So how do you know they booed Hodson, or they weren't booing the coach?
Out he'd thrown an interception or something.
Oh, okay.
Like that. Okay. I was in the state. I was a student. And
was it just him singularly?
But it bugged me. Okay,
no.
Back
it's
then. It's a different time, obviously. I get it.
Charlie, this just in. The LSU fan base is not perfect.
No. I remember my man Alan Risher was here. We were doing the post game after the first game. Jordan Jefferson came back. in the 11 season after
Kentucky?
suspension, Kentucky. And there was
Honey
some booze.
Badger had one of his plays.
Yeah, and there was some booze in the stadium. I said, Rich, man, somebody called up and said about the boo. And Rich says, they weren't booing the kid, they were booing the situation. I said,
No,
Rich.
they're booing the decision.
I said,
they're booing
Rich,
the coach.
Yeah, they were. I said,
But he's part of them. Him playing is part of the booing. I don't know if it's directly at him, but he gets it could be certainly perceived by him. He's getting booed.
Yeah.
He's going on the field. I mean, it was an odd thing. Let's face it.
Oh God, was it odd?
But
Yeah.
the biggest game when Jarrett Lee kind of had the Brook Trout look in Tuscaloosa.
Jefferson bailed him out.
Yeah,
they don't win that game without him going in there.
It was sad because we're sitting in the press box at the Georgia Dome, and they give you the halftime press box. You get your Chick-fil-A sandwich, your free Chick-fil-A sandwich or two, and 0 first downs. And then you flip over to the year stats conference. Number 1 passer rating in the conference is sitting on the bench while we have 0 first downs.
Never didn't get in the game till a kneel down. Period. I remember that too.
Oh, he came in to kneel down.
He came in on a kneel down.
Oh, I forgot that.
Look.
Oh, that's why you thought he was going to happen in the dome.
I stayed till the end to see if it would happen.
Okay. Okay, they put him into.
Oh, dude, I got tackled at the post
I was gone by then.
I got tackled at the post game. Fans were really aggravated. Why didn't he put Jarrett Lee in before the mop up time? And there was a drive where he was going in, but LSU got a pick six, and so they didn't get the ball back till late. I was like, guys, they just won the SEC championship 42-10. Oh no, why Jarrett Lee didn't get in the game? Take that one.
0 first downs at half.
Oh, Badger bailed him out that night too. Got him going that night too.
Yeah, I'd say.
And got away with one. Remember the flip of the football right before the end zone? Got away with that.
Yes.
All right, so Chris Lowe has put this out, and Brad Logan, who does the podcast for Chris Lowe is with On3 now, longtime ESPN writer. Very, very credible guy in the industry, and has been retweeted by Brad Logan, who does an Ole Miss podcast and has a very nice following. That Keith Carter, the AD at Ole Miss, is going to meet with Lane Kiffin tomorrow. Now, and that's basically all it says. So my question is, Kiffin kind of insinuated earlier in the week that they meet every day. They do hot yoga together. They talk. So is this meeting one of these, summit at Yalta type of things?
This is not a yoga session, Charlie.
Okay. And I trust Chris Lowe, like I said, who is a long tenured,
He's not overreacting to a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
They're not talking about, they want to do the 40-minute session or the hour long.
Right. So what do you think Keith Carter is going to tell him, or is going to ask him?
We want to know.
We want to know. Obviously, is the question. Is it going to be?
The players want to know. Your fans want to know.
Your staff wants to know.
The guy, the boosters who gave you the player money want to know.
Yeah, the agent wants to know because he's got 6 other clients that are hinging on what, and I'm not exaggerating that.
I think he knows. You don't think Kiffin knows by now?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Do you think he has told anybody besides his family? You think he's told Jimmy Sexton, this is what I'm going to do, or maybe Sexton told him to hold tight?
I got to believe his family and Sexton know.
Okay, and I think that's reasonable to assume. So is Carter going to say, listen, Lane, I'm not giving you an ultimatum, but for the good of everybody involved, yourself included, we need to have some clarity on this.
I'm not doing my job, Lane, unless I try and find this, give me this information.
Right.
You got to let me know.
I'm not going to fire you the day before the Egg Bowl, but come on.
You know what? And I can listen to an argument. Some of these boosters who said, I'm not giving you another dime if you let him coach the Egg Bowl. Okay?
Yeah.
You got to fight that.
Right.
Okay, that's real, is it?
Absolutely. Not every booster, but some. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe most. I don't know.
would say this is going to be a deal. They're on their way to the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
They've never been the SEC champion. They haven't won a championship since '62.
I gave you all this money.
Conference
you said
championship.
I gave you all this money. You said I'm going to put together a team that is going to win a championship, and now we're right here on the cusp of it, and you out the door? Screw you.
Right. Because it was like, oh, man, you're not going to be able to. Nobody. The candidacy has shrunk because nobody's going to leave a playoff team to jump a job. Well, he's doing it. It looks like he's doing it. And I always said, well, it might not be this year. And, of course, he would be the first one to do it, wouldn't he? If we had to pick one guy who's going to do it, isn't it Kiffin? Although he has been more settled in Oxford than we ever thought. I mean, and he's had the eye and the biggest. He talks about how they're inferior at Ole Miss all the time, that he doesn't have all the riches of the blue bloods at LSU and Florida and Alabama and the others.
Of course it would be him. Was it messy? Was it messy when he left the Raiders?
It's always
Was it messy when he left Tennessee?
No.
Was it messy when he left USC?
Davis trumped him on the messiness.
He did, and Davis was near the end.
It's almost. I mean, he dressed him down, Jack. I mean, he made Kiffin to be a sympathetic figure in that departure.
And Davis was closer to the end at that point. But it was messy when he left the Raiders. It was messy. They almost burned the University of Tennessee to the ground.
Wait, do you think that because they wanted to name the sewage treatment plant after him, that was messy in Knoxville?
Crappy would be a better word, maybe.
No. They wanted to name it.
I understand. Okay. Was it messy when he left USC? They fired him
on
at the airport. Yes. Okay.
He said Hayden said he wanted to talk to him. He said, "Well, why can't we talk now?" Okay, we can. Next thing you know, planes leaving without him.
Was it messy when he left Alabama?
Of course.
A few days before a week before the national championship game?
By design, Saban wanted to change his play caller before the national championship game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess he left Florida Atlantic on good
Nobody
terms.
cares at Boca.
Correct. They're all out at the marina. So everywhere he's left, essentially, it's been messy.
This is going to be messy, and this is going to be the Ole Miss fans have a right to be pissed. I mean, you want to leave. That's one thing after the season, after the playoff. If LSU wants to wait till we're done, that's one thing. We get it. But not before. We've been dying to play for a game that means something. Yeah. And I understand they've been more relevant than this is the most relevant they've been in modern history. Okay, more than the one little year Eli Manning had. Okay, yeah, but there was once. Is David Cutcliffe kind of a loudmouth, kind of a guy that speaks out? He told Houston Nutt. He said, "Listen. They don't have things in place to compete in the SEC. Just letting you know."
Yeah.
Try to tell him, don't take the job. Now, he was inheriting some players that Bebe left behind, but still, so that's a guy. I mean, they finally have upped their game. But in their game, he still was at in Brett Norsworthy, in every account of Saturday night in Vaught Hemingway Stadium was special. Biggest crowd ever. 68,000. Still wasn't when he was in Tiger Stadium the year before, huh? Was that atmosphere a little bit better with 100,000?
Right.
Was it still wasn't as good as when they were playing a lame duck coach in the swamp? Was it better than that when they lost there? And so I've got better teams. And I can't even beat these. How many times is he aggravated because LSU gets to play at night? So he thinks he's got advantages, and it's shrunk. The advantages between LSU, Florida, and Ole Miss have shrunk, but they still exist.
And if they host a playoff game, be full, don't you think?
68,000 strong, Charlie.
68, they hanging from.
I mean, they finally can care about what's going on at the game instead of before the game. Their old mantra. We don't care, but there's never been a party we didn't lose. I mean, we didn't win. I'm getting it messed up. My favorite is, what do you call it, Miss America in Oxford? A 6. I do like that one.
We are brought to you by Coastal Capital Advisors. When it comes to retirement, no two situations are alike. So let Phil Fontenot and his staff help you out. Get into a meeting with you. They'll talk to you about where your situation is, where you are at this stage of your life, what your income level is, when you hope to retire, what your future plans are, that financial stability, that plan that'll make that lifetime relationship that you have with them worth every minute that you spend. It certainly has been for us. Feel very good about the advice that we have received over the years, and they can help you out too. CoastalCapitalADV.com. CoastalCapitalADV.com. Let them set up that lifetime plan with you. Coastal Capital Advisors, member FINRA SIPC. Take a break here live at the original Walk-Ons. Live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
With all of the financial headlines, are you worried if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by your local Edward Jones advisor. Text Morris on Jefferson. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This is Charles Hanniger for Coastal Capital Advisors, your full-service financial planners. When it comes to retirement, there are no two situations alike. So Coastal Capital Advisors will work with you, your business partners, your legal team, and tax professionals to make sure those goals are achieved. Coastal Capital Advisors will work for you. I know, because they work for me. For more information, contact Philip Fontenot and his great staff at 337-981-1376 or online at coastalcapitaladv.com. Advisory services provided by New Age Advisors, LLC, doing business as Coastal Capital Advisors as a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through New Edge Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
Baton Rouge, get ready for a fiesta of flavor. Whether you're craving sizzling fajitas, cheesy enchiladas, or the best margaritas in town, Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill have you covered. Bring the family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. From fresh guacamole to mouth-watering tacos that hit just right, it's not just a dinner, it's a celebration. So why wait? Tonight, make it Las Palmas or make it Rio Cantina, two local favorites serving up authentic Mexican taste right here in Baton Rouge. Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill, where every night's a fiesta.
The Pierre Part Store, and now the Thibodeau Store, your local experts in construction supplies. You know, they can handle your contractor supplies for all jobs, big and small. The extensive selection of plumbing, electrical, and hardware supplies are endless, and they can even deliver it to your job site. If you need lumber, no problem. Available for pickup and delivery from Pierre Part. Top-notch tools and expert advice, it's local service. From the Thibodeau Store, 900 St. Patrick Highway in Thibodeau, and online at thibodeaustore.com.
If you're near the north side of campus, I need to remind you about a couple of longtime favorites. Highland Coffee is the original specialty coffee shop in Baton Rouge since the 1980s. My personal favorite, love getting my cappuccino from their friendly, knowledgeable staff, roasted right in the shop. Louis Cafe for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. The Mitchell omelet, Cajun hash browns, Big Cheesy Lou, all served up in that famous open kitchen atmosphere. In Tigertown since 1941. A couple of great spots, Highland Coffees and Louis Cafe, just outside the north gates of LSU.
This is Charles Hanniger for Home Bank. If you're tired of the impersonal, one-size-fits-all style of banking, you deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for your businesses and families because they go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business and good for life. Stop by any South Louisiana, Houston, or Natchez area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Go Automotive has a great selection of new cars. Chevy, GMC, Hummer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. You rather a pre-owned vehicle? Using our resources will help find you any vehicle that you're looking for. Our service department offers VIP service. You never have to come to the dealership. We'll pick up the vehicle at your home or office, drop off a loaner, service the vehicle, and return it when it's done. Mention my name, Jimmy Ott, for VIP pricing. The Chevy Tahoe I drive came from Go Automotive. That's Go Automotive in LaPlace and Plaquemine.
Get the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge mobile app powered by Bayou Ford and tap the microphone icon to send us your thoughts in an audio message. Your message could be played on air. Find our app in the Apple or Google Play Store. For direct links, visit 1045ESPN.com. Tigers, Saints, Southeastern Conference. All in one place. LouisianaSports.net. No paywalls, no article limits. It's just the coverage the Louisiana sports fans want. Bookmark it today. LouisianaSports.net. Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny from the original Walk-Ons on Burbank on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
And we're also brought to you by the Thibodeau Store, the Pierre Part Store, and now in LaRose and Lockport as well. The Black Friday deals are up on the website right now. TheThibodeauStore.com will get you to all four properties. Shop your power tools for the season, gifts for dad, for husbands, for brothers. They are all on the website right now. Limited time savings right now on indoor and outdoor security cameras and security locks, also available at TheThibodeauStore.com. Delivery available on some items. Same-day pickup on virtually everything in the store for you outdoor chefs. Lots of pots, the green egg cookers, the grills, the griddles, all of them available at thethibodeaustore.com. Or if you want to shop in person, 900 St. Patrick Highway in Thibodaux and Highway 70 in Pierreport. And again, online, thethibodeaustore.com.
Florida, Tennessee. So which Florida team's going to show up on Saturday? Will it be the one that laid an egg in Commonwealth Stadium or the one that gave Ole Miss all they could handle? Lots of injuries, including their top two receivers. But the Vols, 4-point favorites at the Swamp. They have not won in Gainesville since 2003. Casey Clausen was the starting quarterback back then.
We saw Casey Clausen and then Rick Clausen later. We remember the game Rick Clausen, who was at LSU at one time. He had the famous Monday Night Football comeback for Tennessee in that Monday night game with Hurricane Rita coming through.
LSU was like Mike Tyson throwing all kinds of haymakers early, but if you got them past a certain point in the fight, they were in trouble. Their legs were done.
Yeah, they got a little bit of fool's goal at halftime. LSU had a defensive touchdown. They had a trick play that went down and got them in point-blank range. Tennessee kind of took over in the second half. I don't know exactly what to think about what Florida is going to do here. I think Tennessee's obviously the far better team, but we've seen Florida come up with a couple of efforts. I mean, they did beat Texas down there.
Michigan and Maryland with Nussmeier's injuries. Maybe Underwood would have gotten some time over here. There certainly would have been some pressure to play them even before, being knocked out, for being unable to play. But a battle of freshman quarterbacks in College Park, Maryland at Byrd Stadium. Michigan 13-point favorites on the road against the Terps. Terps won their first 4, have lost their next 6. 7 Big Ten games for Underwood. How many touchdown passes does he have this year?
7?
5. Including 0 in his last 3 starts. He threw 2 picks in the Northwestern game to put them behind the 8 ball there that led to Northwestern scores. That was one of the better games. That was early game in Wrigley Field. So Underwood not doing it so much with his arm.
They're 8-2. They win this game and they beat Ohio State.
Yeah, they're in.
Yeah. And they look like anything but a playoff team.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But if they get those, be a big upset.
What's their best win? Nebraska? It ain't much.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a whole lot there. They're very unimpressive. Look, unimpressive 8-2.
NBC, Fox. They want some of their money back because they got some bad games in the Big Ten. Some bad games, bro.
How much worse is?
Look at the bottom, man.
The bottom is terrible, but look at the middle. The teams that are supposed to be at least somewhat competitive. The Michigan States, the Wisconsins, that are just. I understand Indiana's better than they've ever been, last year and this year. But teams like Wisconsin, like Michigan State, are just not very good. Minnesota, I think is okay, but nothing special. I mean, the boat rowers had been competitive. Yeah. It's not good.
Penn State has played 4 games with their interim coach. They are 3-1 against the spread, and the only one that they didn't cover, they had a 1st and goal to backdoor cover against Ohio State, playing their 8.5-point favorites over Nebraska this Saturday.
I'm going to do my best at his name. Grunkenmeyer, the quarterback. His QB rating has gone up in 5 consecutive
They didn't let him
games.
throw last week.
They didn't, but his quarterback rating, so this obviously goes into.
Indiana, he made some plays. They were put behind. He had to throw the ball, and he did make some plays. How many times they threw the ball against last week?
Just 13.
Yeah, that's light.
But his quarterback rating has gone up 5 consecutive weeks now. And think about after they fired James Franklin, they had to go to Iowa. Awfully tough place to play. And then the next 2 weeks against the number 1 and 2 teams in the country, Ohio State and Indiana. This is what we call use a horse racing term. You're sliding back in class.
So
you're dropping in class.
1-3 straight up, but 3-1 against spread. It could be 4-0. Texas and Arkansas in their old Southwestern Conference matchup. My buddy Paul Stone says nobody hates Texas like Arkansas. He said including A&M. Well, and Texas is looking ahead to A&M. Petrino is 0-5 by a combined 19 points. So the average margin of defeat is 3.8 a game. Arkansas is covered 3 of those 5. Texas, on the other hand, in their 6 SEC games, is 1-5 against the spread. Their only one cover was against a banged-up Mateer where they rushed him back after that hand injury where it was clearly he shouldn't have been playing in Dallas.
I don't know if Arkansas is going to win this game, but, man, aren't they due to find the fairway at some point with all those close losses? I was surprised, Jimmy, to find that they are 4-6 overall against the spread. That you're right, they've covered 3 of the last 5 times. Every time the spread gets pushed up a little bit, they were a 10-point underdog at Tennessee. They covered. They were a 7-point underdog against A&M. They covered. They were a 4.5-point underdog against LSU, and they covered. This one is all the way up at 8.5. Hogs will be in my 5-pack tomorrow. And this is a sandwich spot for Texas. After Georgia, before A&M.
Toilet Bowl in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. 2-8 Sam Houston State, 1-9 Middle Tennessee State.
Got to be a reason you tell me about this.
Sam Houston State started out 0-8. They've won the last 2. 1-2 as a 20.5-point dog and an 11.5-point dog. 32 points combined, and they're catching 6.5 against Middle Tennessee State.
You telling me money line sprinkle here?
Sprinkle.
All right, sprinkle.
Sprinkle.
6.5 points. Yeah, if they can cover as a 20.5 point. I can't believe they went to Oregon State and won.
And this is where we talk about, when the most criticized contract in the history of college football by Charlie is probably,
Kirk
in the long run, the best contract in college football. That's
a dated take by me, okay? That's about 8 years ago.
Yeah, but true wisdom takes time to really, truly appreciate, okay?
Yeah,
So the coach, how many contracts where the coach actually coached for his money? I mean, there's got to be, it seemed like, okay, we fired you with 1 year left on your contract. You had a 5-year deal. So you earned 80% of your contract.
Yeah.
Kelly earned how much of his? 40%?
Well,
40%?
Yeah, 38%. Or
where is Ferentz? Huh?
They have gotten.
What's his buyout?
They don't care. It doesn't matter. He's not going anywhere. It's been
the best contract in college football.
What's he been there? 25 years? They could have signed him to 25 one-year contracts, and it would have been the same thing. I mean, he's not going anywhere, and they don't want anybody else, so it's a match made in heaven.
College Football Notes brought to you by our friends at Dana Brown, downtown Dana Brown, at the law offices of O.C. Brown. You get hit, like I got, girl pulls in front of you, bam, here we go. I got totaled my car, airbags deployed. Dana, I need a rental car. Dana, I need to go see the doctor. Man, my neck is killing me. I got to go see a specialist. He's going to take care of everything along the way for you. So it is a pain in the rear end when you get in a wreck. And it's not fun, but he just makes it a little bit, absorb the blow, helps you absorb the blow just a little bit more, a lot more, by scheduling these things and handling negotiations with the insurance companies and stuff like that. And also, Dad just passed, needs a succession of his property and stuff like that. Man, I don't know what to do. Man, a good thing for Susan over at the law offices of O.C. Brown. So this team of specialized attorneys to handle different things for different reasons at different stages of our lives. My law firm for a lifetime is the law offices of O.C. Brown. Dana Brown at the law offices of O.C. Brown, 343-1111 and ocbrown.com.
Live at Walk-Ons, live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Humans told me last week don't call him today. He's out of town or something like that.
Oh, that's right. He's going to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Our appetizer, but don't forget the seared tuna with the sriracha glaze for the perfect blend of sweet and spicy. You can't go wrong also with the flash fried oysters or the shrimp. The porterhouse is the perfect steak to share. Strip on one side, filet on the other, prepared at different temps if you like, bone in to maximize flavor. Doe's Eat Place on Government Street, just off Acadian in the heart of Mid-City.
This is Charles Hanniger for Total Maintenance. For AC and heating, generators, electricity, plumbing, and more, Total Maintenance is your one-stop sales and service shop for all these needs. one of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies. Since 1980, their slogan has been service today, every day, so no one ever has to go to sleep hot. An authorized dealer for Carrier, American Standard, Daikin, and Rheem AC units, for Generac and Cummins generators as well. And now, for all of your electrical and plumbing needs, in Baton Rouge, call 480-1000. In New Orleans, 841-3300. Service today, every day, total maintenance.
Get Moss Max and less text during happy hour at Modesto. Join us Tuesday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. for $10 20-ounce margaritas and Dip Trio with $5 drink specials and $6 seasonal cocktails. Eat Modesto, 3930 Burbank Drive.
Pizza that's true to its hand-tossed wood-fried tradition. Roca Pizzeria is heating up. It's new half-off happy hour, Monday through Fridays, 3 to 6 p.m. Come enjoy 50% off margarita, pepperoni, or cheese, craft cocktails, wine by the glass, and draft beer. Roca Pizzeria, 3897 Government.
Congratulations are in order for one of my favorite places to eat, Snow Seafood and Steaks, celebrating its 50th anniversary. That's right, since 1971, Snow's has been serving a wide assortment of menu items to please everyone. Steaks, seafood, gumbo, homemade soups, salads, specialty cocktails, great wine selection, and oh yes, the best white chocolate bread pudding that you'll find anywhere. It's the total dining experience. Happy 50th anniversary to my friends at Snow's Seafood and Steak, Airline Highway at Highway 74 in Gonzales.
He's got a man open! Football's back. Do you have your streaming subscriptions to watch the games? It'll cost you. What? Prime, Netflix, YouTube TV. It adds up. Good thing local radio and TV stations bring us hometown games free.
But that could change. Tell Washington. Modernize the rules so your local stations keep bringing you the sports you love for free. Text radio to 39179.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text stop to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
This hour of Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny is brought to you by Dana Brown at the law offices of O.C. Brown, 343-1111, and ocbrown.com. Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs, 925-8710. Supreme Rice, grown, milled, processed in Louisiana since 1936. United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. Tex Morris at Edward Jones Investments on Jefferson Highway, 928-8659. Total Maintenance, your one-stop shop for AC, electrical, generators, and plumbing. Service today, every day for Total Maintenance. And Coastal Capital Advisors. Markets evolve. We adapt.
Baton Rouge, get ready for a fiesta of flavor. Whether you're craving sizzling fajitas, cheesy enchiladas, or the best margaritas in town, Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill have you covered. Bring the family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. From fresh guacamole to mouth-watering tacos that hit just right, it's not just a dinner, it's a celebration. So why wait? Tonight, make it Las Palmas or make it Rio Cantina, 2 local favorites serving up authentic Mexican taste right here in Baton Rouge. Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill, where every night's a fiesta.
Click through the static and listen to 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge in high definition. Simply tune to 98.1 and select to HD2. Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny from the original Walkons on Burbank on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
We return here at the original Walk-Ons. Final home game for LSU. The season is this Saturday, calling by Walk-Ons, less than a mile from Tiger Stadium. Pick up food and drinks before, during, and after LSU and Western Kentucky. Matt Humans is on vacation this week. I had mentioned earlier that he was going to be with us today.
He's actually going to see his family in the Bahamas.
They playing basketball there next week?
You know what? I bet that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
tournament
Instead of going to Maui.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet.
Okay. So we would get his picks ordinarily in this spot, but it does give us an opportunity to take a look at some more of the games this weekend in the Southeastern Conference, especially. Although we're going to skip over the duds. Jimmy, Oklahoma has got 2 wins to basically get them in the playoffs. Yeah. They are about a little over a touchdown favorite against Missouri back in Norman. They went on the road at Tennessee and at Alabama, got back-to-back wins there. In fact, it's 3 straight on the road in the Southeastern Conference for them because they beat South Carolina as well. The only loss in the stretch has been that game at home against Ole Miss that they lost by 8. So if they take care of pair of Tigers, Missouri and LSU,
well,
they get in.
Pribula, they're rushing him back. Zollers, this would have been his first true road start. And because the other game he came in relief in Nashville, and they basically took the ball out of his hands. He did not do well in the first start against A&M, and then they threw it maybe 12, 13 times, and it was a great matchup. Mississippi State had just given up 300 yards rushing to Georgia, 567 total yards, and they just handed it off to Ahmad Hardy. He had 303 TDs, so why take any risk? But they know they can't have that approach against a Brent Venables defense, and so they're rushing Pribula back for this one. He is expected to start.
Are we ready to call the Eli Drinkwitz rumors distracting for Missouri at all? Doesn't help.
Are they on their way to the playoff?
No, they're 7-3. It's a good season, but they're not going to make the playoff.
And it's schedule related. Again, this would if Missouri wins, beats Oklahoma, and Oklahoma beats LSU, it will be his first win, a first conference win at Missouri against a team that finishes with a conference winning record.
They have played 7 teams that are unranked and won them all. They have played 3 teams that are ranked and lost them all.
He wins the games he's supposed to. Sounds like Brian Kelly. Does he work a little harder in recruiting? How much golf does he play?
I get the impression that he doesn't play much golf.
Is he a wine connoisseur?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of.
Kelly was so damn nice to the media. I mean, he did not care. He was not worried about job security. He was so. When I tell people in Notre Dame enthusiasts, I was like, Dan, let me be fair. And it's like, oh, you guys must hate him. I'm like, let me tell you, he goes above and beyond his level of respect for the media in his transparency with it. Why are you telling me that your offensive lineman is hurt? Why are you telling me this? He don't care. His level of typical college coach paranoia was non-existent. It was on low, dude, and
it was a guy who had checked out.
Yes.
And the money was coming no matter what, although we'll find out about that at the Board of Supervisors meeting tomorrow. There's a certain amount of money that you can take that will make it worth more in a lump sum payoff.
Max, let's bring in Max. You got any voice? Boy, no. Oh, he doesn't have. No, he's out. All right. Ken Palm in the NET rankings are really disparaging early on. It's very early in the college basketball season, but LSU's number 40 in Ken Palm, and then number 89 in the NET. That's a big difference, Charlie.
That is a huge
difference. Now, Ken
difference.
Palm but Ken Palm usually favors traditional because it's more of a line predictor. So your history, your tradition has some influence on this. LSU's got no history.
No, they don't.
Why? I'm shocked at that. Okay.
I don't know how you can figure too much about LSU. The UNO win is the best win so far, and UNO, in addition to beating TCU, although TCU had one of their frontline guys go out there, also came back, and I believe they beat Tulane by 20, and there's another win on there. So UNO's the best win so far, but you're getting they got 27 out of Inwoco the other night, or 29 out of Inwoco the other night against guys that were 40, 50 pounds lighter than him. I mean, it's going to get a little harder as they go along. So I don't know what you can tell by LSU yet based on the schedule.
All right.
They look better.
Okay. NET's what the committee uses, right?
Yeah.
Where is VCU is 31 in NET.
All
right. I watched Will Wade's crew beat them this week. Didn't cover the spread. It was like 11 or something. It was in Raleigh. It was at home. But they beat them by about 6 or something like that. Where would you think NC State's Ken Palm is 22? They beat number 31 NET. What do you think their NET is?
If they're 22 Ken Palm and they beat number 31 NET, the way you're asking it, I know it's going to be something different, but I would say that it should be comparable. So I'd say 25. If it's 22 on Ken.
You're only 107 off.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be something screwed the way you asked.
Are they cooking the books against Willie Wade, the black hat?
I think
did they change the NET? How can he be 22 in the Ken Palm and 132 in the NET, and they beat the number 31 team?
Because we do this every year in baseball. We say we don't look at the RPIs until the end of April, and can we really look at the NET before Thanksgiving?
I know, but I don't care if it's a half. This is unbelievable.
No, those are big discrepancies. But again, you see this at times. You look up in Mercer's number one in some power rating somewhere. 3 games.
I'm sorry, Jordan. What was Charlie's prediction? 25. Okay.
I said 20.
I was 107 off.
I knew I was going to miss it. I told you I was going to miss it. I could have guessed something outlandish. Okay. Sample size matter to Ken Palm?
Of course it
does.
I know this is early, but I beg you to give me a bigger disparity than that. That's all.
Without looking, it would be very
LSU got a chance. Max is going to tell us they're going to the tournament. We know that. We told us last year. But,
they have a
chance?
I've watched the games, okay. They have a better point guard situation than they had a year ago by a significant margin. They have
guys,
better
back,
size.
he's healthy.
They have better size on the front line. Reed is continuing his trip back. I think that they can continue to ramp him up.
All right, where do they finish in the
Mark
league?
Wilson, Sutton is the guy that I think has the chance to probably be their best player. He's a transfer from Omaha. He's got size, but he can also shoot the ball pretty well. He's shooting over 40% from three-point range early. So if he can do that, and he's averaging almost 10 rebounds a game, I expect that. But I do think that he's probably going to be a seven or 8 rebound game.
When do they play SMU?
They play. It's a while.
It's December.
Yeah, they don't play SMU.
Well, that's their first game.
December 13th. It's 3.5 weeks from now.
That's any chance of a quad 1 or 2 win. So it just.
You got 2 more games that you should win against Omaha, and actually Drake, I understand, is not
Omaha. Is that
that's the OUNO.
The high school, Bellhaven?
No, it's the OUNO.
That's not the bar team from Barrett's.
It is not.
No,
it's Stinky and the boys. After you play those 2 games, you're going to take a break for exams, and then you're going to come back and you're going to find out where they are. They go to Boston College, they play Texas Tech, and they play SMU in New Orleans.
Call Coach Mack.
You'll
schedule Creighton, dude. Come on.
Creighton's coming here in baseball this year.
I don't care. They're better in basketball, Charlie.
They are much better in basketball. All those years you wanted to play Creighton in baseball. They play them in baseball this year.
Where do you think they're going to finish in the league? Because the league, now it's early, but you are having more of these higher quality non-conference games than usual. All right.
This early, yes. This feels like those holiday tournament matchups that you're getting.
Alabama's already played St. John's, Purdue, and Illinois.
And I haven't seen all the teams in the league. I don't think I've even seen half.
I
of them
don't
yet.
think the league is as strong. I think the ACC. Let's say this. What was it last year? Was it like 15-1? The ACC SEC challenge.
Oh, I don't remember. I know that the SEC had their best year ever. I know they got more team in the tournament than ever. I don't remember what they did in November against or in the ACC challenge.
It was either 14-2 or 15-1. I'm gonna try and look it up.
Just kind of blind to the rest of the league. I don't know, 12, 11.
14-2 last year.
14-2.
That thing's going to tighten up considerably. The ACC has improved. I think the SEC is still better, but I don't think this is where you build your strength of conference in non-conference. Once you start conference, you're pretty much set. 95% of your non-conference. So, how many non-conference games does LSU play? They played 4. They played 12.
They do.
Okay, so you're third way in LSU. The SEC is 5th.
13. There's second
okay,
game
so
in that
roughly,
tournament,
roughly a third, 30%.
Yeah.
30% is in, and you're 5th right now. So they're probably not going to be the strongest a conference RPI this year.
When you are blowing teams out in non-conference against inferior competition, you put something to that. If you're winning by large margins. So the
Kentucky's lost a couple.
First 3 games. Well, they lost to Louisville. They lost to Michigan State. I mean,
they're favored to beat Michigan State. They got clobbered.
Yeah, and Pope kept them in the locker room for an hour after the game.
Losing at Louisville, they were supposed to lose that one, but they're not.
LSU
they're not ranked where they were.
LSU was not tested in the first 3 games against Alcorn. It took them about 30 minutes, about 32 minutes, to shake loose. It was a single-digit game until then. The last 8 minutes of the game, they overwhelmed them. So it looks like they dominated the game from start to finish. They really didn't, but they ended up winning by 26. So that's what you're supposed to do against.
First year they did the ACC SEC was a 7-7 tie. Last year 14-2. Clemson beat Kentucky and Duke beat Auburn, and that's it. Last year, and the SEC won every other game.
And didn't Duke beat Auburn? Auburn was coming out of Hawaii.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Maui hangover, we call
it. From what I have seen, LSU looks better than they were. Okay, they have better talent. I don't know how good they are compared to the SEC, though.
How many teams made it from the SEC to the tournament last
14.
year? 14. That's crazy.
Everybody but LSU and South Carolina.
Say maybe 9 this year, 8, 9.
It's a reasonable guess. I hadn't looked at it too much.
So you got to finish maybe at least in the top 10. Just early return. You're not going 14. Well, that's an easy call, but say roughly that 8, 9, 10 type of range.
That's fair.
I mean, we'll see. They're not playing anybody. Well, they may have a chance. And is it pretty much now? The guy that hired him's gone. Tournament or bust?
That's what we said before they fired the athletic director, and that was the athletic director that hired him. So I would think yes.
More so.
If you've had 4 years, and what does it look like? Does it look like you're building something? Are you competitive in all of these games? Do you lose 4 games in the last 12 seconds so you look like you're almost there, or do you get run out of the gym? How it looks matters, I think. But if they don't make the tournament, he's in a tremendous amount of trouble.
Total Maintenance, one of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies since 1980. My buddy Lucas Ragusa, who has been in the industry for as long as I know, over 30 years, and he knows what it takes to put a great operation together because he's worked at every level, man. He went over to the office a couple of weeks ago and checked out the operation. It is impressive, man. Big boards and how they, just planning, trying to execute where this technician is going from this job to that job, and just really, really cool, impressive operation. Technician came to my house to do the heating safety inspection, man. Very polite, well-mannered. Just a really sharp kid, friendly guy, man. Really did a great job and was very, very courteous. And they're one of again, he's been doing it for a long time. Now he's got operations in New Orleans and Baton Rouge, so they cover both of the areas, but completely different staffs, completely different offices, not to overlap and compromise each other. Factory authorized dealers for Carrier, American Standard, Dakin, and Ream means, hey, you're not thinking too much about ACs right now, but now is the time. If you got a unit that's over 10 years old, if you had to have that unit serviced this past summer, now is the time to get your best price on replacing that unit. Give my friends a call at Total Maintenance, 480-1000, 480-1000.
Live at the original Walk-Ons, live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars Rewards. Bet on gridiron action and earn perks on every game like hotel stays, bonus bets, game tickets, and
whenever you're ready.
It's rolling.
This is Charles Sandegriff. Join us for the Friday Log of the Week Friday, presented by Tex Morris at Edward Jones Investments. Rolls from Rufino's at 10 a.m. on Friday morning. Richard Dixon and I started off talking LSU football, and then it's picks for the weekend. Live at lunch, 10 a.m. Friday from Rufino's on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
40 feet, not just one size. These units can be customized for any use. Custom lunchrooms, offices, work sites for plumbers or welders. Dual purpose, part office, part storage. Climate control, shelving, lighting, using different materials, whatever you need. Give my buddy Martin Padial at Workbox a call at 343-4886. 343-4886 and workboxllc.com.
Since the 1930s, Supreme Rice has delighted their customers for all of your favorite South Louisiana dishes. Whether you like the brown, long grain, medium grain, jasmine, or the new parboiled rice, Supreme Rice makes your favorite dishes even better. They even have a healthy low glycemic rice, a great option for diabetics and those who have high insulin resistance. Supreme Rice is proud to be part of the Climate Smart program, which promotes water conservation and reduces methane emissions so future generations of Louisiana farmers can enjoy the same benefits. For more information and great recipes, find them online at supremerice.com.
Let Sammy's Grill do the cooking for your holiday feast. Fried or rotisserie turkeys with all the traditional sides. Pepper jack, crawfish, cornbread dressing, green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, boudin rice dressing, mac and cheese, and more. And for dessert, white chocolate bread pudding or pecan pie. Order a la carte or bundle up with our turkey feast that feeds 8 to 10 people. Call or stop by either the Highland Road or Prairieville locations to place your order today. Orders must be made 48 hours prior to pickup. Let Sammy's Grill do all the cooking for you this holiday season.
We're here to examine things that get better with age, like this bottle of Chateau Lafite Rothschild, vintage 1877. Age can make things more valuable, like this Picasso from his blue period, 1904. And treasured, like this Roto-Rooter jingle, 1954.
Roto-Rooter jingle?
Just listen to it.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
A timeless melody.
Roto-Rooter?
The lithe arrangement.
But it's a clog-busting company.
Wrong there. Roto-Rooter has grown into more than a clog-busting company. They're North America's largest full-service plumber and drain cleaner. And when you need Roto-Rooter, remembering this jingle can be priceless.
Roto-Rooter.
For all of your plumbing and drainage solutions, call Roto-Rooter in Baton Rouge at 925-8710. That's 925-8710.
1950, Phil's Oyster Bar started on Government Street. Then Gus Piazza took over in the 70s, and now his son Anthony has taken it to another level at the current location in South Downs. It's always been a Baton Rouge landmark. Seafood, oysters, po' boys, burgers, and more, all served up in an atmosphere full of nostalgia and tons of TVs to catch all the games. Seafood gumbo, crawfish cheesecake, or my favorite, the meatball quesadilla to start. Check out dinner and bar specials at philsoysterbar.com. You know we bleed purple and gold at Phil's Oyster Bar in the South Downs Shopping Center.
Get the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge mobile app powered by Bayou Ford and tap the mic today. LouisianaSports.net. Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny from the original Walk-Ons on Burbank on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Texans and the Bills tonight. Thursday Night Football.
Randy McKay's on the dog.
He even said money line sprinkle on Houston.
Bill's got some guys banged up too.
No C.J. Stroud.
No, that's Houston.
Yeah,
Bill's got some guys, some injuries too. No, Stroud is. It might be that is this the first year the Stroud's not going to make it to the playoffs? Huh? The Texans since he's been there.
Yeah, and they won a game both years too.
Mm-hmm. And look, man, the defense played great, and they lost to Kansas City and Arrowhead last year. I mean, that was
right.
That was two offensive lines that were just overmatched, man. They were. I mean, that was some hard yards. I mean, Kansas City scored late in that one. Houston could have got them. Now, the year before, they had an early lead at Baltimore, and Baltimore was just too good, but it kind of ran away with it. But he has a promising, and he had. You know, he's had protection issues, which has contributed to his injuries. And just he's never gotten much better with the protection. And then he had received weapons, injuries. You know, he lost Dell for the year. Nico has been hurt. And it's just kind of, I don't think it's a sophomore slump. His supporting cast has suffered in the last couple of years.
I don't think there's any question that the beating that he has taken has taken a toll on him, and I don't understand why why these teams with these quarterbacks that are taking such a beating, and we've talked ad nauseum about Cincinnati and how they've tried and just haven't done it. The Bears took great lengths with Caleb Williams in the second year. They went and spent big money on 2 offensive linemen and drafted another one, okay? That's attempting to address the problem. If I had a quarterback that I thought was as good as C.J. Stroud and the rest of the supporting cast was stumbling around him, I swear to you I would take 2/3 to 3/4 of my free agent money. I'm like, we're going to get the best lineman we can get for what we have in the coffers, and we're taking our first pick, and we are taking whatever lineman is closest to our rating at that point. And I don't care if our rush defense, our pass defense, our whatever else, if our running backs are somebody we got to take in the 7th round out of Ball State, we are going to fix this offensive line, and we're going to protect the franchise quarterback. We'll fix everything else afterward, but we got to fix the foundation of this thing before we can paint the house. And what did they do? They traded Laramie Tunsil. So
thank God they have. They never quite thought they got their money's worth with Tunsil, but he was the best they had.
Yeah. Did they get better?
No. He was the best they had.
Yeah.
So good thing they put a non-contact jersey during practice, because the pressure rate defensively, they are one of the best. The Texans' pressure rate defensively.
Yep.
Protection, one of the worst. And so, I mean, they have no balance to their roster.
Follow Randy and take them with the points tonight. Raging Cajuns take on Arkansas State tonight. That's your college game.
Arkansas State's quarterback was out last game.
Rayner?
He's expected to play. That's a big deal because the champions of life have been on a little bit of a run when they started using his legs a little bit more. The Red Wolves.
5-5 Red Wolves against the 4-6 Raging Cajuns.
Where's the trash can?
Thanks to God, that was terrible. Thanks to the folks here at Walkons for being our host. You can come by here, of course, on Saturday all during game day. Tomorrow we are at Rufino's. We start at 10. Stay tuned for Hunt Palmer on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
This is Buzzy Hydell.
All right, y'all have a good rest of your day.
You too, Jordan. Thank you.
No problem.
Please to fit on the properties they